For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Mallory Chapman Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head softball coach Mallory Chapman. And Mal, you guys are coming off a big sweep on Monday against Ursuline College. Talk about those two wins and kind of what it does for your team.
Yeah, I think, getting a sweep on Monday, it builds our confidence a little bit. We play UINDY tomorrow, so a good test Monday. Our team has worked extremely hard, coming off a couple tough losses with IUP and Seton Hill, but we have just remained steadfast and determined to continue to work hard and get better. And I think Monday was a testament to how they've been practicing.
And so far throughout this season, we've seen your offense really light up the scoreboard, and they did the same thing on Monday, scoring a bunch of runs. Talk about them and kind of how they're growing and maturing at the plate.
Yeah, I think from the beginning of the semester till now, they have made huge strides as a hitting team. We know that we can put up a lot of runs as long as our bats stay consistent. And, 1 through 9, I think our lineup is pretty tough to pitch to. And, that's the goal. You don't want to have a lineup where people can take breaks or, think they have easy outs. We've got some pretty big bats in our lineup. We got a lot of speed. And that's our success right there. That's going to be the key to us continuing to win games and put runs on the board.
And in the circle, you get two really good starts, something you've been looking for. Riley Peters gets the ball in game 2. Maria Clark gets the ball in game 1. Talk about those two and how they were able to kind of work through it.
Yeah, we've talked as a pitching staff. We've had to have some real honest conversations about, what we want out of our pitchers. And I think Maria and Riley both on Monday, definitely exploited the things that we've talked about, just staying consistent, hitting your spots. They have a great defense behind them. We know that. And just pitching to contact. That's what we've talked about here the past week, is just hitting your spots and giving the defense a chance to make a play. And they both did that, and the outcome says what it says. We win 2 games, and I couldn't be more proud of them for continuing to work through adversity and to come out on the other side with a win. It gives them a ton of confidence.
And you guys have faced some tough competition here in the non-conference schedule. IUP, Seton Hill, your team tomorrow, and UINDY, all tough opponents. Seeing this tough competition, how is that going to help you when it comes down to conference play here in the middle of March?
Yeah, I always say if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So, playing these out-of-conference games that will help us regionally, seeing that kind of competition and that caliber of play is only going to help us. And, you don't want to sacrifice your philosophy of your program. You don't want to sacrifice, the things that you believe in. But I do think that you got to play that kind of competition. You can't always just say here, we'll play these teams and come back with 9 or 10 wins. It's okay in the beginning of the season to maybe sacrifice a little bit to get better and to see what you're made of as a team. So I think that our girls have definitely been put to the test. They've been challenged, but I think that they have realized a lot about themselves, about how they are as a team. I always say, we're playing a good team, but so are we. We're a good team too, so we just got to believe in it.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head softball coach Mallory Chapman. And Mallory, your doubleheader tomorrow, kind of a unique situation. You're playing indoors at the Highland Sports Complex. You did it last year. Talk about the challenges of playing inside and kind of how your team's going to adapt to it.
Yeah, last year was new to me for sure. That was the first indoor game I was a part of, being on the East Coast, Northeast. We have to deal with weather, so it's a blessing that we have a facility like the Highland Sports Complex to use to be able to play our games in. And I just think it's a unique opportunity. It's something that most teams don't get to do. And if it's a chance for us to play games, I'm all for it. So we have to make adjustments to things when we're inside with the ceiling and things like that. But that's what our game is. You make adjustments and you deal with it.
And looking at this matchup with UINDY, obviously UINDY, one of the best teams in the country, ranked regionally, I believe ranked nationally as well. Talk about their matchup and kind of what you're looking for.
I just want our girls to be competitive. I have a ton of respect for Coach Frost at UINDY. She has built an amazing program up there, and, it's something to be said. She started her career here at Wheeling, which is kind of cool. But, I think that as long as we remain competitive and believe in ourselves, that good things are going to happen. And that's what we've been telling our girls all week. Don't go looking at stats. Don't go looking at records and things like that, because that stuff doesn't matter. Any team can be beat on any day. So we just got to play our game, do what we're good at, and we will be successful.
And finally, you girls are getting ready to also go on your spring trip here. Going to play 4 schools next week on the road in Tennessee, Virginia area. What are you looking for your team to gain from that trip and kind of use that experience for?
We're going to be road warriors next week, and that's okay. But that's going to show us a lot about our team, being able to go from place to place, being on the road, being away from home, not sleeping in our own beds. But it's a challenge, and we're up for it. But I'm excited to play some of these teams that we're playing, some of the top teams in Division II. So we're going to see some good competition. And, it's always good to get away for a little bit and play softball at the same time. So what could be better than that?
Thanks, Mal. Good luck tomorrow and next week, and can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, and a happy birthday to you, Zach.
Thank you. For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.